Hi everyone, thank you for joining me in this video. I know it's been quite a few months since I have recorded. I know I have literally no excuse, but I hope that you'll still join me and forgive me for missing several months. I've been busy with school and I don't really have an excuse really. There's never really one when it comes to what you know you have to do. But thanks for joining me again. I hope you enjoy this kind of vlog style video. I'm just kind of here making up my actual Halloween bed. This video was recorded back in October. I know, crazy. I've been trying to keep up, but I've just been way too busy to actually do it. I'm glad I'm back now. I hope you enjoy this vid. We're going to be reading chapter 4 of Genesis today. So, yeah, let's get started. Now, Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bore Cain, saying, I have gotten a man with the help of the Lord. And again she bore his brother Abel. Now Abel was a keeper of sheep, and Cain a worker of the ground. In the course of time, Cain brought to the Lord an offering of fruit of the ground, and Abel also brought of the firstborn of his flock and of their fat portions. And the Lord had regard for Abel and his offering, but for Cain and his offering he had no regard. So Cain was very angry, and his face fell. The Lord said to Cain, Why are you angry, and why has your face fallen? If you do well, will you not be accepted? And if you do not do well, sin is crouching at the door. Its desire is contrary to you, but you must rule over it. Cain spoke to Abel his brother, and when they were in the field, Cain rose up against his brother Abel and killed him. Then the Lord said to Cain, Where is Abel, your brother? He said, I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper? And the Lord said, What have you done? The voice of your brother's blood is crying to me from the ground. And now you are cursed from the ground, which has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. When you work the ground, it shall no longer yield to you its strength. You shall be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth. Cain said to the Lord, My punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, you have driven me today away from the ground, and from your face I shall be hidden. I shall be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth, and whoever finds me will kill me. Then the Lord said, Not so. If anyone kills Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord put a mark on Cain, lest any who found him should attack him. Then Cain went away from the presence of the Lord, and settled in the land of Nod, east of Eden. Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bore Enoch. When he built a city, he called the name of the city after the name of his son, Enoch. To Enoch was born Irad, and Irad fathered Mehujael, and Mehujael fathered Methushael, and Methushael fathered Lachem. And Lachem took 2 wives. The name of the one was Ada, and the name of the other Zillah. Ada bore Jabal. He was the father of those who dwell in tents and have livestock. His brother's name was Jubal. He was the father of all those who play the lyre and pipe. Zillah also bore Tubal-Cain. He was the forger of all instruments of bronze and iron. The sister of Tubal-Cain was Naamah. Laban said to his wives, Ada and Zillah, hear my voice. You wives of Laban, listen to what I say. I have killed a man for wounding me, a young man for striking me. If Cain's revenge is sevenfold, then Laban's is 77fold. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bore a son and called his name Seth. For she said, God has appointed for me another offspring instead of Abel, for Cain killed him. So to Seth also a son was born, and he called his name Enosh. At that time, people began to call upon the name of the Lord. Okay, guys. Clearly, really quickly, before I start to interpret the chapter I just read, I wanted to explain why there are just so many different video clips. Because over the past few months that I have not uploaded any videos, I've actually been shooting footage. So I have some, but they are not edited until today. I haven't had time to do the voiceovers, so that's why there's just like a lot going on. Like I'm at the park one day, and then the next time in my room. It's like I recorded a lot, and I meant to be doing this sooner, basically. And also the artwork that I'm working on from the video segment before I'm at the park, as we are right now. It's actually the Garden of Eden that I've actually been working on for the past few videos since the second chapter. So yeah, that's turning out to be quite a challenge. I'm taking upon like a marker media instead of going with colored pencil or paint, which I usually would do. So it's a bit of a challenge, but I'll get it done. And you guys will be able to see it once it's all finished. So let me just get started with the questions and notes that I jotted down for chapter 4. The first one is, why is it that anyone who finds Cain will seek to kill him? You know? And I also just had an epiphany. The way that it seems like everyone has to get the Lord's permission to kill Cain, and his name is the Lord. What if this were kind of like, I want to say a monarchy where God is like the king? I don't know. It doesn't say anything like that. It just says like the Lord. And he puts a mark on Cain that will help people to identify him and not seek revenge for evil. And that also makes me wonder, did people really like Abel? Do they really like the family? Were they like a royal family? Anyway, number 2. Cain then went to settle in the land of Nod, east of Eden. Cain and his wife had a son named Enoch. Cain then built a city named Enoch after his son. Name family tree of Cain's family. Oh, draw Eden by the way. So I thought these were notes for me to read, but I think they're notes for me to try and draw. But basically, yeah, he just moved out of Eden. Basically, I wrote notes for no reason. Number 3 says, Lamech took 2 wives. And I noted that it was 5 generations after Enoch. He then murdered someone and declared to his wives revenge 77 times from the Lord if revenge is taken upon him. Like, the Lord didn't even give him that. There was no mark. He just gave him his own self a declaration. And I never realized before that Seth had a son in this chapter. My 4th note that I jotted down says, Adam and Eve have a 3rd child called Seth, meaning he replaces Abel. Seth then had a child named Enosh. It was also then that people began to call upon the name of the Lord. Well, my notes are kind of a reverberation of the Bible. They weren't too significant for this chapter because it was kind of self-explanatory. So, as always, if you have any questions, please, 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 I would love to interact with viewers. If I even have any, I literally have no idea because I've been MIA, but I definitely did not have any before. Hopefully I do now. And if you have questions, please feel free to ask. Thank you so much for joining in today. See you for chapter 5.